Good evening, everyone. I'd like to welcome you to the November meeting of the Warren Town Council. First, I would like to do the Pledge of Allegiance, and I would like John Laughlin to please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay, next we have the public comment. Is there anyone from the public that would like to speak on something that's not on the agenda? We can't take action on it, but if there's something you think we should be informed of, we could go that way. Okay, I just want to put one thing in there. I haven't heard anything about the Veterans Day celebration yet, but it's usually 11 o'clock at the Common. I'm 99.9% sure that it is still on again for this year. So Fridays, it's a nice day, even if it's not a nice day, come and join us. It's a very nice event. Okay. Next on the agenda, we have interviews. We have the Economic Development Board. We have one alternate position available. We do not have any applicants. Next, we have on the Planning Board, we have one position available. It's a Jordan Delphine. Is Jordan here?
Mr. President, I think she was going to withdraw her application to the planning board because she also was asking to be considered to be on the Arts and Cultural Commission.
Okay,
Which she's had a relationship with them previously. So
okay. That being said, if anybody out there listening or anybody in the audience or anybody in TV land, we do have a few open positions. Some of them are very, very important to the town. We need your help on these boards and commissions. So if you have some special skills or some spare time, or you just want to contribute, please come on down, see the clerk and apply for one of these boards and commissions. Okay, next we have the Tax Assessment Board of Review, one position available. We do not have any applicants. We have the Warren Arts and Cultural Commission. We have one position available. But I believe that is, we actually have two positions available.
Yes, Mr. President, there are in fact two. We
Okay.
had two resignations, so that should be.
Okay,
Thank you.
so
for
we
noting
have
that.
two positions available. We do have two applicants. Is there a Chris Lynn Matos here?
Mr. President, I believe that Ms. Matos is the new head librarian.
Okay.
At the library. And certainly I think the commission would welcome her participation. Again, Jordan is a high school student. She did the mural on the dugout at the Little League field from the wastewater treatment plant. I think that she would be a good addition as well.
I'll make a motion to approve both Chris Lynn Matos and Jordan D. Scriven to the Warren Arts and Cultural Commission.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Do you think we should, ask them?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sure we can appoint them, but then.
Well, I think the
that's
application
what they
stands
can
on
say.
themselves. It's like the
Yeah, the
planner is saying that Jordan would prefer to be on the Arts and Cultural Commission instead of planning. And
I understand, but we
Yeah.
haven't interviewed them. They're not here. I just feel. We can do whatever we want.
I have to say that I agree. I would prefer having the opportunity to interview them both. After having read both of their applications, I think they're both excellent applicants. I did speak to the chair of the Arts and Cultural Commission, Erin DeThomas, and she has worked with Jordan and says that they're an excellent applicant, but I think it's only appropriate just to, we wouldn't, I don't believe we would appoint anybody to any other board unless we had the opportunity to interview them. Do we know if Jordan knew that they were supposed to be here this evening to meet in person? Was there a time? Pardon? They were both notified of the 6 o'clock, not the 7 o'clock? Okay. Yeah, I personally would be more comfortable making the decision after having heard from them. No,
I agree with that. All right, so we had a motion. It doesn't sound like we're going to get a second. Could we have another motion to possibly continue these appointments till next month?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second. I think we should make a motion to re-advertise. They're not here.
If I just may for a second, so we sit here every month, we try to fill these positions. We have 2 applications before us. The discussion pretty much has indicated that we would approve them, but because they're not here, we want to drag this out one more month to have them come before us to just approve them.
You don't get a second chance to make a first impression. They're not here.
I'm like,
And I would,
That speaks volumes.
you
I
know,
would remind you of the very long drawn out discussion we had for a mobile food establishment permit application when we went back and forth for probably a half an hour on whether we would approve the permit if they weren't here. And we decided we weren't going to approve it until they showed up. And that has been our standard. And yeah, I mean, I could easily say, let's approve them, but they're not here to say why it is that they want to serve and what they would bring to the board. And I
I think we can also advertise. I mean, if someone else comes, well, then we'll interview them as well, but we can advertise the positions, and if they show up next month, we'll interview them and they will have a good shot at it.
Okay, because we're gonna be advertising, at least on the town's website, the other openings anyway.
do we put this in the paper stuff?
Yeah.
No, I just wanted to make my position.
And additionally, if we got a letter from each one of them individually saying, for these reasons, I'm not unable to appear, and I hope you would consider my application, but just no communication seems.
Okay. All right, so we have the motion, Carrie. Do you want to amend your motion to include the advertising as well?
Sure.
I'll second that as well.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, next we have the acceptance of the minutes.
I'll make a motion that we approve the minutes from the October 11th meeting as they were presented in our packets.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, now on to the public hearing.
So
This,
Consent, yeah, consent first, the consent
I don't
agenda.
have the slip.
No, I
Okay.
know, yeah.
All right, let's do the consent. Is there anything anybody wants to pull off the consent agenda?
I don't see anything.
Okay, can we have a motion to pass the consent agenda?
Second,
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Next, we have the public hearing for renewal of 2022-2023 alcoholic beverage licenses. This is a public hearing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read through each class. If there's someone in the public that would like to speak towards one of these licenses, please come forward, state your name. Is there, and then as we get to there, I will just do the class at a time. We don't have to approve each one. We'll approve unless we want to pull one out. So that being said, we'll do the Class A. Is there anything that council members would like to pull out of Class A? Okay, number one, we have 1776 Liquors of Barrington. We have Bristol County Spirits, and we have Malik Liquors. These are all for a Class A license. Is there anyone in the public that would like to speak towards either of these licenses? Okay, now Anthony, do I have to close the public hearing for each one to approve or?
No, the public hearing is ongoing for with the licenses.
Okay.
But you can take votes on the classes of licenses.
As we go through, okay. So can I have a
Motion to approve. Class A.
motion to approve the
Second.
Class A's in a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Next, we have the Class BVL. We have Blount Fine Foods. We have Baja Fresh Express. We have JEM Hospitality, and we have Open Frame Inc. Is there anyone that the council would like to pull off of the list? Okay, is there anyone in the public that would like to speak to either of these licenses?
Motion to approve.
second,
We have a motion and a second to approve the Class BVL licenses. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, next we have the Class BV. We have 54 State Street LLC, C&M Hospitality, Cigar World, Crossroad Pub, Davox, Fork in the Road, Galactic Theater, HFC Global, Jack's Family Restaurant, KGM Corp., Luke's Inn, Palmer River Grill, Perella's Restaurant, Perfect Picnics, Pistolas, Renegade Restaurant, Richardson Properties, SD and JR LLC, Seacoats LLC, Spindrift Hospitality, Tavino Inc., the Carey Corporation, the Guild Warren, the Roadhouse Inc., the Square Peg, Trafford's Inc., Water Dog Inc., and Waterfront Investments. Is there anything the council would like to pull from that list?
For a point of clarity, is it Sea Oats or Seacoats?
See,
Sea Oats, okay.
Okay, I added a C to it.
Yep, that's all right.
Okay.
No, I wasn't sure if it was a typo or,
Yep. All
yeah,
right.
okay.
Is there anybody in the public that would like to speak on either of these license renewals?
Motion approved.
And that's a second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the Class BV licenses. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, now we have Class C, and that's Jack's Bar Inc. Anyone,
Motion approved.
anyone in the public want to speak on that? Okay, we have a motion
Second,
and a second. All in favor? Aye.
aye.
Okay, we have Class D next. Club Recreativo and Cultural Portuguese de Warren. I butchered the heck out of that one.
so good.
And we have East Warren Rod and Gun Club. We have the Itlo American Citizens Club. We have the Warren German American Club. And we have the Warren Portuguese American Club. I'm gonna ask that we pull four, the number three, the Italian American Club out on the main vote, because I'm gonna want some guidance from the solicitor. Is there any other items that anyone would like to pull? Is there anybody in the public that would like to speak on any of those licenses other than the Itlo American Club?
Motion approved.
Motion to approve Class D for the four listed except for the Italian American Club. Do we have a second?
I will second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, now the Itlo American Club renewal, it's a Class D. I would just like some clarification on the solicitor. On how we should proceed best on this application.
My suggestion is that you can approve it conditionally. It's the subject of the executive session tonight.
Okay.
Based on the decision by the Department of Business Regulation, I want to explain the legal standing and actually make a recommendation as to what to do going forward. I think at this time you can approve it conditionally.
Mr. Solicitor, would there be, would it be in any way negative for the town if I were to vote in objection to the renewal?
So long as you list your reasons, no.
Okay,
Okay, that being said, do we have a motion?
So my motion will be to approve it conditionally till our next council meeting. And when we are advised by council how we can proceed, we can take further action.
I vote nay.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Any other discussion?
Is now when I should give my reasons why.
Yes.
If we as the council are the permitting body for the ability and the responsibility to serve alcohol, I think that the Italo American Citizens Club has not exhibited responsible management of their liquor license, given what happened in that establishment. And for that reason, I don't approve them having a liquor license.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye.
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 Opposed?
Nay. Or I oppose.
Is that 4-1? Joe?
Nay, whatever.
Yeah, 4-1.
Yeah.
Okay, so that one's all set. And I do want to state that all of these licenses that we just approved, we approved them. They are not to be issued until all state requirements and town requirements are satisfied to the town clerk. At that point, she will issue them. So we just approved them. We didn't issue them. All the requirements need to be met before they will be issued by the town clerk.
Didn't
Okay,
we pull the Italian club?
Well, so they were be issued there. We were overturned by the DBR.
Correct, but didn't we pull the license and we're gonna?
We
have-
can't pull it because it was overturned by the DBR.
It's gonna be the subject, that's correct.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be the subject of the executive session,
Correct.
which will follow the open session of the meeting, and I'll advise you as to the legal posture of it, and I prefer to do that in executive session.
right. We just approved it conditionally
Right.
because at this time, that's, we legally, basically legally instructed, and we'll get more information in executive session.
Okay,
Okay?
I was just,
It's confusing. It is, it's confusing.
Okay, next is the public hearing number 2. This is for transfer of a BBL license to a BV beverage license from Rock Oscar LLC, DBA The Hive, 4 Market Street, Warren, Rhode Island. Is the applicant here?
they're on their way.
Okay, what we're gonna do is we'll hold this
Continue it. Yeah.
till
Till they
till
come.
later on tonight. Hopefully
They'll be here in 5 minutes, but it's actually not, they have nothing to add, so we can actually make the motion to approve.
if the council's
That's
comfortable
what I was-
approving it, that's
what I was
fine.
asking,
Yeah.
to Make sure they, so it's a simple transfer.
Yep, if the council's,
And I'll
feels
make
that
a
way.
motion to approve.
Well, here we are again. They're not before us. I think we need to allow them, I mean, if we're
We've
going. to go
already
down-
interviewed them and given them a license, so we know who they are and we know that they're,
I do not recall interviewing them.
what are you talking about? They're-
I'm just saying, if we're going to make the standard of having somebody
Well, you're a
appear,
fresh member, you interviewed them and you gave them a license.
and I'm telling you that I don't recall interviewing them. And if we're gonna make the standard that we just did earlier for 2 applicants that are not gonna be here, then that standard should apply across the board.
I thought John said tonight that all the liquor license holders didn't have to be here.
This is
the
not for a
renewal
liquor license renewal.
This
This
is
is for a transfer of license.
All right.
is different than a renewal.
Play the game.
But all right, so what does the council want to do? Do we want to wait and see if they show up?
If they're on their way here
Yeah,
anyways,
that's
and they're
right.
gonna walk in the door.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll hold this,
No reason not
we'll
to
hold
move.
this further down the agenda for when they show up.
Great.
Okay.
I must be the only one that worries about how people view us.
Okay, these are the Ps. So next we have P12, which was not on the consent agenda. And that is for request for a vitrilling license from Above and Beyond Catering Food, Alcina Reese. Is Alcina here? Please come forward. Should just give us a quick rundown of what you're looking to do.
I'm going to do catering around town.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be doing weddings, birthday parties, anything has involves with events.
Thanks.
And you'll be cooking out of Hope and Maid.
No, I have my own place.
You have your own place. Oh,
Yes.
Okay, I apologize for,
It's 334 Medicom Ave. Used to be Scott's,
Okay.
the old Scott's Fish Market,
the,
the old Scott's Fish Market.
Hey,
oh, okay, great.
Yeah, no, sounds good. Any other questions from the council?
May I just ask one question?
Sure.
Are you gonna get the caterers liquor license from the state?
I'm not gonna be serving liquor.
Okay, thank you.
Anything else?
that's easy.
Any other questions?
Motion to approve.
We have a motion to approve the vitrilling license for Above and Beyond Catering. All, motion in a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Right, yeah.
They're here, okay. What we are gonna do is we're gonna go back on the agenda to PH2. And this is for the transfer of the BBL license from Rock Oscar LLC. BBA is the Hive. This is a transfer. I understand you made it here. Please come forward. Hello.
Hi. Oh, yeah.
So basically, are you just changing the name or are you actually changing ownership?
None of the above. We're applying for a full liquor license.
Okay, now I'm,
Request is
now
now
I'm,
from a BBL to a BV.
okay, all right. I didn't know you could do that. I thought you had to do a new application, but, okay, so you go into the full liquor license. Any questions from the council? This is actually still the public hearing, so any questions from the council?
So,
Same.
he- oh,
Same operation,
I
same
guess it's a good
hours.
idea that we waited.
You're not changing anything. You're not changing anything, except that you want to serve full liquor license.
Right,
Okay.
exactly.
Got it.
Okay.
and you have experience in attending bar and serving spirits to customers?
Yes,
Yes,
absolutely.
you've
We're
been
both
doing that.
six certified.
Yeah,
I-
we've been in the industry for a combined 50 years, so we know what we're doing, I think.
Thought so.
Okay.
I was gonna change it all. Hours of operation gonna stay the same.
Okay. This is a public hearing. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak on this application? That being said, can I have a motion to close the public hearing?
Motion to close the public hearing.
Motion in a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion approved. We have a
Second.
motion to approve the transfer from a BV to a BBL. Motion in a second, all in favor?
Aye.
You're all set?
Oh, the solicitor has
It's,
something.
it's to a BV license.
I went the
But
wrong
I
way.
just wanted to make one thing clear, because the public hearing is tonight. It was properly by the clerks, not placed on the list of renewals.
Okay,
However, because it's tonight, I just wanted to make it clear to everyone that this liquor license will go for the year,
correct.
so they don't have to renew it later on.
Yes.
Because they're having a public. So you'll reapply your renewal again in September, October, November hearing.
Okay,
For next year. You're all set this year. Yep.
okay.
And also, we renewed 28 licenses, added one, making it 29. So there is now one
There.
that is still available.
And a BVL, which is rolling around out there.
Correct.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck. Good luck. Thank you.
Okay, next we have correspondence. Is there anything anyone would like to pull from the correspondence? I just see one letter of resignation. We get a motion to send a letter of appreciation to Gina Glickman.
Second.
We have a motion and a second, send a letter of appreciation. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, that wraps up correspondence.
Moving along.
Now we're up to new business, discussion and action regarding signage, parking and traffic issues occurring on School Street. We did all get an email. Is the. Not get the name right offhand.
Richard Flynn.
Richard Flynn?
Yep.
Is Richard Flynn here?
He's the one who sent the letter.
Okay, so we did receive a letter from Richard Flynn about traffic issues and parking issues on the School Street area. And I think the default on something like this is send it to the Traffic Commission. Can we have a motion to
I'll make a motion that we send this correspondence and the issues that are stated that reference School Street to the Traffic Commission for further study and to report back. Traffic advisory, thank you. And to report back to us at their earliest convenience.
we have a motion?
Second.
We have a motion and a second to refer it to the Traffic Commission. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, next we have the solicitor. We have a motion for executive session for potential litigation regarding the Franklin Street sewer repairs. Don't really need an explanation on that, but can we have a motion for executive session?
So moved.
We have a motion and a second. We're gonna do a roll vote. Counselor Cronin,
Aye.
Counselor Hecker,
Aye.
Counselor Di Pasquale, Vice President Calenda.
Aye.
And I vote aye. Okay, next, we have another request for an executive session as previously stated. This is for potential litigation with the Itlo American Club. Can we have a motion to go into executive session?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Counselor Cronin,
Aye.
Counselor Hecker,
Aye.
Counselor Di Pasquale.
Aye.
Vice President Calenda.
Aye.
And I vote aye. So we have two executive sessions. Okay, next we have from the Finance Director, Revenues and Expenditures. Hello, Fung. Everyone got their email with the statements?
Yep. Good
Uh,
evening. I don't have anything.
Nothing to add. We're in pretty good shape so far.
So far, so good.
Good. Okay, any questions from the council?
None.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Next, we have the tax assessor. We have abatements. Hello.
Good evening.
And we have one outstanding abatement for a prorated subdivision. Basically, did it not, did it not change hands in time or something?
I don't think there shouldn't be anything on a prorated subdivision. There should be just an abatement for a personal property account.
Okay, no, because I'm reading the
$327.
sheet. Yeah, I'm reading the sheet.
And maybe the-
The lot way over on the right, it says prorated
Okay.
subdivision.
Oh, that's wrong.
Oh, okay.
So I'll explain a little bit.
Okay.
It's an abatement on a tangible personal property account.
Okay,
That there was an error in the depreciation of their equipment. So it was
Okay.
a small abatement of $327.85.
we have a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second to abate $327.85 to the 2022 tax roll. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thanks.
Thank you. Next, we have the building official. This is for the new OpenGov software. Hey, Matt.
So the software is the state software that they've been trying to get us to go to for several years. It's just gonna basically, we'll be on the same software as everybody else in the state for building, make it a little bit easier and accessible for the contractors, homeowners. And the good thing about this is that it's being funded through the state. There's state funding for us to do this, so.
This is the software I use in Pawtucket and Central Falls.
Makes sense.
I like it. Some of the guys don't like it, but does what I need it to do, so.
Does it work for you, Matt?
Hopefully it will work for all of us, yes.
It's mandated.
Not mandated to use this program. It's mandated that the program you use has to be able to report digitally to the State Building Commission. And this is one that does. This is pretty much what the state offered everybody in the beginning when they went statewide. And Warren didn't take it in the beginning, but luckily they're getting another shot at it now. So I think this is gonna probably put, out of the 39 communities, it's probably gonna be 35 of them are gonna be on this system, so.
Makes sense.
Yep.
Motion approved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thanks, Matt.
Tara's on her way.
Okay, rec director, she is on her way. We will put her over here for now. Planning and Community Development, authorization of the town manager and director of planning to McMahon Associates for parking management study. Mr. Rulich.
So I think we had this come before you previously, and you rejected the contract. You know, I think what we're seeing with the potential project at 119 Water Street with Chomp opening, the need for us to address parking is becoming more paramount. So I went back to the contractor that we had picked through a solicitation and bid process and asked them to break it down into smaller sections. We have some take it outside money left that I would like to at least do phase one, which is the data collection. And what I've just given you is the summary of how we spent the take it outside money. So two pieces. I mean, I'd like to move forward with the first phase of the parking study, which I gave, the scope was in your packets. And then I would like to just talk about the small business Saturday, potentially use of money for remainder of the take it outside.
Questions from the council?
I have a couple questions. The grant administration, is that covering the additional hours that you put into all of this work?
Right.
Okay, and then the small business assistance, the 26,625, how does that break out?
Some of that was for Thrive Outside, their small business website. Some of that was for one-on-one business consulting with, I think, 7 or 8 local businesses.
The Thrive Outside is down below at 3,000.
I
So
have
it's-
not, yeah, there's a similar name. That's not the Thrive Outside, that is an outdoor educational program.
okay,
It's Thrive Business, it's what the acronym is.
all right. Where does the shop local RI money fall into?
That's what I meant, that's in the small business assistance,
Okay, so that $5,000 that went there is in that
that's correct.
2665. Okay. I question the validity or the reasoning for that investment. That's problematic to me, but what is the Small Business Saturday opportunity? Because there are many other programs.
I think
and-
that was at this, your suggestion that if we had some additional money, if there was something, you can call it whatever you like, but if we had additional money that we would do a program for small business, but I think the first piece is, are we going to approve the parking study piece?
Well, I'm curious as to what Kerry's objecting. What are you objecting to?
Money that's already been spent. There's I would like to have some input on from my position in Discover Warren on the funds that are left, the 8726 for it's some sort of small business programming. There are a lot of,
And that's why it's there, that's.
yeah, then I am good with that. The Shop Local RI is a website that the town of Warren has taken on a sponsorship with, and I
would just add that we had applied for 85,000 and I got an additional 15,000.
So we're up to 100.
Okay.
Okay.
So Bob,
Start all over again.
yeah, basically,
What are we doing?
well, what I'm getting out of this is you're looking for us to approve, and let me see if I got the number. 40, is it 41,000?
No, I'm just asking you to approve 10,500 of the take it outside money for the parking consultants.
That's what I thought.
Okay,
And I have a question about,
okay,
can-
great.
what's the timeline on this? Like, what do we, what?
I think I put in the packets what their proposal was. I mean, they would like to move out in the next couple of weeks in terms of data collection, having public meetings.
Yep, I saw that. Yep.
So, I mean, it's,
But
the
so,
goal is to have all of this done by spring.
so we're looking at we'll get back up in spring, like February, March of next
Before
year.
next summer season.
Okay, I just want to make sure because there's a lot of dates and there's a lot of moving parts here, and I just want to make sure that it's going to be utilized in timely fashion. So,
Absolutely, and we have to. I mean, we've got too much going on down there now not to move out on it.
Yeah, I think that the collecting of information as far as number of spaces and the flow and how we could maximize the spaces that we have downtown is super important. I'm wondering if the consultants feel like sort of taking that snapshot of the parking times where we're seeing the most parking and less, what the ideal time frame is to do that. Because there was mention in here about December 5th to December 10th, collecting data on what's being utilized down there. And I don't know if that's going to be reflective of when it's the most challenging time as far as parking goes, but
Yeah, we certainly could talk to them. I mean, I think the most challenging times are when we have special events like the walkabout and the holiday festival, but certainly Thursday, Friday and Saturday nights. So, you know, we can ask them to focus on that or ask them to specifically be here, you know, that weekend of the holiday festival.
Okay, and because I'm still trying to clarify this, because what we have in front of us is a proposal for $41,000.
10,500.
Okay, well, we're,
That's it.
Right, so for phases 1 and 2 together, it'd be, I believe it's 41,000.
We just look for phase 1.
Right, so we just need to make sure that it's clear in the signature, what we're asking for a signature on.
okay, so we're just approving phase one.
That's
here.
correct.
Correct.
Okay, that's,
Sorry for that confusion.
But what good is phase one if we don't do phase two? Aren't they intrinsic?
Well, we've got a,
we'll have the data at least.
right, I mean, and the manager and I have talked about identifying additional funding sources. We have to spend and take it outside money before the end of the year.
I mean, and even if we, once we have the data, we own the data, right? It's not proprietary. So if we, once we get the data, if we want to go with another firm to analyze the data, we could do that as well, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, I would make a motion to approve the 10,500 to do phase 1 of the parking study.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second to approve 10,500 for phase 1 of the data collection. All in favor?
Aye.
Now, what we have on the agenda, someone we've been waiting all night for, and she finally blessed us with her presence.
Sorry.
We have the rec department, and I actually even forgot which agenda item it is. It is for, yep, for myrec.com, management software.
So this program would basically take the place of a person for me. It would allow us to register everybody, do facility rentals, all of the things people could do online. They could pay online. They could sign up for programs. So I am requesting this. It's $3,200, $3,300 a year, and it would come out of the operational funding.
Okay, and that is, there is room in there for this?
Yep, it'll be within the recreation department's budget.
Any questions from the council?
I was trying to understand the annual fee based on over 25,000, under 100,000 clients, annual revenue with 32.
So if we go over the 100,000, then it would be a different price for the following year.
How would we go over that? That's
More
what
kids in the
confused me.
program.
Well, because if you like
Oh,
income,
Price is based on.
on the income you take in. So whether it's you can do, you can do facility rentals like the pavilion and all the
I
fields.
just didn't understand
Yep.
what it was being compared to.
Mhm.
I also have a couple of questions. So you've been in discussions with these folks.
Yes.
Did they give you any indicators on like just the normal increase of doing business with them? I'm assuming that the 32.95 is not going to be the same next year because costs go up.
It
Did they give you any
is.
indicators at all?
No, it is in the Rhode Island Parks and Recreation use them, that's their program.
Okay,
So, yeah,
so you
they,
think it would be a $3,300 bill?
well, I mean, it probably will go up in the next year, but not significantly. I mean, not like,
Maybe 2%.
Show it.
Fair enough. And it's based on the number of. kids.
right, so it may go up if we go over 100,000, it may go up in that.
That'd be a lot
percentage.
of kids.
Well, it can't, it really, you can. do
And all our
anything
other
with it.
revenues that we get through.
Right. I mean, you can do donations through it. You,
Sure.
you really, it really could do everything.
Okay, yeah, I'm good. I'm satisfied.
Okay, do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve.
We have a motion to approve the contract with the software company. Do we have a second? Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank
It's time for executive session.
Well, we going back to
Counselor?
improve the pool table stuff? Did we already do that?
Oh, I skipped all over the pool tables?
Yeah, all of the,
Damn, thought it was too early.
so.
Yeah, those are
approved?
all,
Those approved. Oh,
oh, town clerk.
yeah.
Discuss it in action to start December 13th town council meeting at 6 PM. Sandy?
Do we want to do December at 6 o'clock too?
Motion to approve.
I just think you have a lot on the agenda in December.
Okay.
Expect short-term rentals to come back. Possible zoning amendment regarding recreational retail marijuana. I think you might want to consider an early start.
Okay, sounds good to me. We have a motion.
I'll second it.
We have a motion and a second to start the December 13th meeting at 6 PM. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, now we can go into executive session.
Motion to go into executive session.
And we're staying here?
Yes.
Yes.
Just making notes.
All right, we're back from executive session. Can we have a motion to seal the minutes?
Second,
Motion and a second to seal the minutes. Okay, now do we have a motion on number 1 regarding the litigation on Franklin Street?
I make a motion to proceed with the litigation as advised by the town solicitor, to proceed with the repairs as advised by the town manager, using the ARPA funds on the sewer line that is installed on Franklin Street.
And the resolution to
Thank you. I knew I forgot one. And the resolution to the state legislation on regulating oversight.
Recommend their oversight committee look at it.
Correct, yes.
Okay, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
And issue number 2, as in the litigation with the Itlo American Club.
I will also make a motion to proceed with the litigation as advised by the town solicitor in the matter, on the matter of the appeal from the DBR involving the Itlo American Club.
We have a motion. Do we have a second? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Did we want a resolution for that too? No, all right. We need it. Okay,
But now.
all right, so that's it. Here we have a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.